Today on Seattle Refined, the Seattle Teriyaki you can't get in Seattle.
Our teriyaki is Seattle style, so it's a mix between both Korean and Japanese.
We sink our teeth into a savory meat mystery. Then, turkey and stuffing flavored ice cream? How Seattle's adventurous eaters can dine off the deep end this holiday season. Plus, the fantastic Lorna Luft.
I'm still doing 8 shows a week. I'm really lucky.
From Judy to Liza to why she's spending Christmas in Seattle, a showbiz legend tells all.
Hi, I'm Lorna Luft, and Seattle Refined starts now.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson at Rione 13 up on Capitol Hill. You know, we get to meet a lot of stars hosting the show, but it's not every day we get a chance to sit down with a member of Hollywood royalty.
Lorna loves me too.
The year was 1964 when the legendary Judy Garland serenaded her youngest daughter, Lorna Luft, on The Judy Garland Show. It was one of Lorna's first moments in the spotlight, but it would not be her last. Over the years, Luft has proven herself to be very much her mother's daughter, performing around the world in concerts, television, and movies, including her beloved turn in Grease 2.
Hey, Johnny, Johnny, go for that strike, and I just might be thinking of that.
And this holiday season, Luft will be wowing audiences right here in Seattle, performing in Irving Berlin's Holiday Inn at the Fifth Avenue Theater. Refined couldn't wait to catch up.
She's funny, and she's fun.
In the Christmas classic Holiday Inn, Lorna Luft plays Louise Badger, a character that helps all the other couples in the play find love.
So she's Cupid, and she's Christmas.
At 64, Luft is still thrilled by the smell of the grease paint and the roar of the crowd.
I'm honored to be doing Holiday Inn. I'm honored to sing Irving Berlin.
Shake it off.
Among Luft's show-stopping numbers, Shaking the Blues Away, which has a special place in her heart.
I love the fact that it was introduced in my mother's film Easter Parade by Ann Miller.
Shaking the blues away.
I love the song because it really has a wonderful message of just shake everything away.
For Luft, shaking off the blues is part of a musical family tradition, and she learned from the very best.
Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy.
Lorna says she never really chose to follow in her mom's famous footsteps. It just happened.
I went into the family business. And I think that I don't think that's very unusual. So we grew up sort of as this, in a way, vaudevillian family that just traveled around. Because she went from film to film, from television series to concerts. So we grew up on the road. I know that people think that I grew up in an odd way because of being in show business. My godfather was Frank Sinatra and all of that, but it was my normal. I thought he went to everybody's house. I thought Humphrey Bogart went to everybody's house. I didn't know the difference. I grew up on my mom's film sets, so I got to experience working and seeing the MGM greats.
It wasn't long before Lorna was performing alongside her mom's famous friends. Here she is at age 11, making her singing debut on the Judy Garland Christmas special in 1963.
You better watch out, you better not cry.
It was also the first time Lorna got to sing and dance on television with her equally talented older sister, Liza Minnelli, and younger brother, Joey.
Consider yourself, consider yourself, consider yourself, consider yourself.
For Luft, her mom's legacy is something she lovingly embraces and fiercely protects.
I'm constantly reminded every single day that she's on my shoulder. A lot of people only have a still photograph of a parent that they've lost. I have a library of film and television and all of that. So I'm very lucky. They should remember her artistry, the gift of her films, of her concerts, of her recordings. And that's the part that people should remember.
One of her mom's priceless gifts, an iconic Christmas classic.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
Judy Garland was the first singer to perform Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas in the 1944 classic Meet Me in St. Louis. Lorna says to this day, she's thrilled when she hears it.
I was down the street at Walgreens, and they're starting to play Christmas music, and there was my mom singing, and I just thought, how great. I mean, there's not a lot of people that can say that they had a Christmas classic written for their family.
Speaking of family, Luft says she's still tight with her big sister Liza, but they don't spend much time living in the past.
When we get together, we don't talk about, the old days. We talk about, let's go to lunch, let's go to dinner, did you believe what's going on and what is happening here and all of that. And it's all about how are my children and how are the grandchildren and how are all of that.
And though she's grateful for her moments in the spotlight, Luft says her favorite role these days is grandmother. Luft's son and grandchildren actually live in Seattle, which makes performing here over the holidays extra special.
It's so wonderful to see their little faces, and they will be coming to rehearsal. And my granddaughter Jordan put on her first pair of tap shoes, and we took a picture, and the caption underneath it said, "Here comes another one." I said, well, and the story goes on.
You can catch Luft in Holiday Inn at the Fifth Avenue Theater. The show runs from November 24th to December 31st. And there's plenty more holiday coming to Seattle stages this season.
He really did come one Christmas with that boy when I was all alone.
The Act Theater's annual telling of the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol, opens November 24th. You know the story, Tiny Tim, Scrooge, Ghosts. It runs through December 28th.
Fancy gig!
A newer holiday classic, Elf, will take over the Paramount Theater early next month. It's the musical stage version of the hilarious Will Ferrell 2003 comedy. Elf is in town for 5 days beginning December 5th. Admittedly, the Dina Martina Christmas show isn't for everyone, but it is a holiday staple around these parts. Seattle's most wonderfully absurd one-woman show crash lands at Rebar beginning November 24th. You'll either get it or you won't. So do a little research before you buy tickets.
And we don't even have a tip on there.
Seattle Refined is just getting started. Feeling a little devilish? Just drop it in nicely.
Yep, drop it in.
The deviled egg is going swimming. Our kitchen bestie serves up deviled eggs like you've never seen them before. Plus mystery meat and a meat mystery? Why Refined had to travel hundreds of miles to try genuine Seattle teriyaki. But first, Refined viewers, don't forget to enter for your chance to win a pair of free tickets to see Ed Sheeran and Kenny Chesney next summer. Log on to SeattleRefined.com/concerts and scroll down to find entry forms for both contests. Kenny plays CenturyLink July 7th. Ed performs August 25th. Enter between now and November 26th. Good luck, everybody.
Have you been diagnosed with...
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gerd Swanson. Here's a foodie riddle for you. What restaurant has 8 locations in 4 cities and claims to serve Seattle teriyaki, but doesn't sell it here in Seattle? The answer, the Glazed Teriyaki Grill. Now, as for the reason you can't get their Seattle-style teriyaki here, we sent Refined's Aaron Mayofsky to San Francisco to find out.
San Francisco, the city by the bay, world famous at every turn, from crazy streets to cable cars climbing the streets to cuisine from every nook and cranny on the globe. And here at Glazed in the Marina District, it's one of the hottest restaurants around. It's amazing here with a Seattle teriyaki twist.
Our teriyaki is Seattle style, so it's a mix between both Korean and Japanese ingredients, and I think that's what makes it really good.
This is the famous Seattle Glazed. Oh, ooh, that's good. You want a lick?
I'm good, thank you. I just ate.
Started by a Seattle restaurateur, people at Glazed are gobbling up this grub. Chicken, beef, fish, and tofu dominate the menu. Everything here is fresh it's chopsticks on fire. And age at Glazed has no limit.
Can I have a bite? Can I have a bite? No! Oh no, no sharing.
I love it because I can come here with a bunch of friends, or I can come here by myself and just have a really great healthy meal that's affordable and fresh.
But the head scratcher here, Glazed prides itself on its Seattle-style sauce. You can find them in New York and Chicago, but not one single restaurant in Seattle.
There's no glaze in Seattle, it's just the style. Again, I think it's almost like LA's Mexican food. How they're known for Mexican food. Seattle's known for teriyaki. We got some caramelized apples in here, onions. Again, our teriyaki is Seattle style, so it's a mix between both Korean and Japanese ingredients. And I think that's what makes it really good.
It's fresh, it's great price, it's just amazing. Like, there's no good teriyaki, I feel like. Chicken teriyaki at least, and it's amazing here.
But there's no glaze in Seattle.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. I don't know, just they should have one in Seattle.
Even the beer and other beverages are Seattle's superstars. For now, though, Glazed has no plans on moving to Seattle.
Okay, when are you moving up to Seattle?
That I have no idea. Probably have to talk to my boss.
Let's get you up there now. We want to bring you back and get all this food there.
We'll see.
Okay, high five here.
To learn more about glazed teriyaki or watch that story again, log on to our website. Coming up on Refined, deviled eggs 3 ways, turkey-flavored ice cream, and a magnet empire.
I told my mom when I was going to buy this place 21 years ago that I was buying a magnet company, and I can still hear her say, "Oh, Bill." I mean, who can make a living selling magnets, right?
We'll be right back.
Molly Shen.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Gerd Swanson. You know, we're getting really close to holiday party time, and one of the things I love best when I go to a party, of course, are the appetizers. And one of my favorites is the deviled egg. Now, I'm well aware when it comes to deviled eggs, people fall into 2 camps. They love them or they loathe them. I like them. So does my kitchen bestie, Heather Earnhardt at Capitol Hill's Wandering Goose Cafe. Deviled egg?
Deviled eggs?
My favorite.
I love deviled eggs.
So, I gotta ask you this. Where'd the name come from? Deviled egg? What?
I don't know, it's something from Italy, right?
Italy or way back in the Roman days, right?
I don't know. But we're gonna make 3 deviled eggs 3 ways today. We're gonna do a simple, regular deviled egg recipe with a couple little tricks in there. And then we're going to do a deep fried deviled egg.
Oh.
And we're gonna do smoked deviled eggs.
Well, I've never had a smoked deviled egg.
You're going to today.
All right, but I'm not peeling eggs. I did it when I was a kid. I peeled
all these, so I saved these for you.
You saved me 3?
Yeah, we're just
That's
pulsing
it?
it.
You're just gonna crumble them a little bit?
Crumble them a little bit, and then we're gonna add about 3/4 cup of mayo, about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is the trick. You can do white vinegar if you want, but I like using pickle juice. Then we have some pepper, fresh ground black pepper, and I like deviled eggs to have some heat to them, so I'm gonna add probably a little too much cayenne, and that's it. We're just gonna pulse that up. And we'll add some salt. So like I said, not too much. It's just barely a pinch, and it's not even like a big pinch. So you can see it's pulling down.
It's a piping bag.
Yep. And we don't even have a tip on there, but so this is just faster than using a spoon. And I smoked these. This is like a.
Look at those things.
Aren't those pretty?
Look at this. Look at the bottoms here. It looks like marble.
You boil the egg and then you crack it with just the back of a spoon with the shell on, and then put them in the smoker. I'm gonna fill this. I made this one earlier. Take a half. We're gonna put it just in some flour.
Okay.
Dust it. Then egg wash.
Egg wash.
And then some panko.
Panko. And
So these are
what's
just
panko?
Japanese breadcrumbs.
Just drop it in nicely.
Yep. Drop it in.
The deviled egg is going swimming. Woo! That is the exact color of your hair. I am not kidding.
This is where you can totally get creative. After you've done your eggs, we have all these different spices, and the options are endless.
And you even got pork rinds?
I know. I crunched up some pork rinds for us to put on top. I like crunchy stuff, so I might pick that one.
These are pulled up, right?
Hopefully. So these are the fried. Just try these plain.
Yeah.
Let's try that crunchy.
Oh
my God.
Those are delicious.
Those are my favorite.
You know why these are my favorite? Turn that way. Look, it matches her hair perfectly. Heather's cookbook, Big Food, Big Love, is available right now. Here's something you definitely will not find in Heather's cookbook, but it's definitely intriguing. West Coast ice cream wizards Salt and Straw have conjured up a batch of Thanksgiving-themed flavors. Listen to these. They include salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey, apple cranberry stuffing, buttered mashed potatoes and gravy, and spiced goat cheese and pumpkin pie. Now, unfortunately, Salt and Straw doesn't have a Seattle location yet, but you can order the pints online. But these aren't cheap. They run $65 a pop. If you need something to take the edge off this holiday season, we may have found the perfect Christmas stocking for you to hang on the hearth. It's called Santa's Flask, and while it may look like a festive sock, it operates more like a box of wine. In fact, the decoration made by the Party Flask Company can hold about 3 bottles of vino or whatever spirit you choose. Happy holidays. We'll be right back, but first, this refined, shareable moment.
Sitting here on a cluster balloon, floating across Africa. Right, chaps?
Have a good shot, Tom.
So, broadly speaking, I'm here.
How the hell do you feel?
That was so cool. Oh. Oh.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't have a refrigerator in their kitchen, and chances are good somewhere on that fridge is a magnet. And as Refined's John Prentice discovered, there's also a very good chance that magnet came from a business in Monroe that he found extremely attractive.
Greetings from Ohio, New Mexico, New York, and Monroe.
This is Morse Magnets. We manufacture refrigerator magnets, make about 15 to 20,000 pieces a day, every day. We also make an array of other products, key tags and coasters and awards, all kinds of different little tchotchkes. We also do a lot of gift business that you'll find in souvenir stores all around the country.
From custom light switch covers for big companies to kitschy signs for your vacation home, Morse Magnets does a little bit of everything. But their bread and butter is the good old refrigerator magnet, holding grocery lists, kids' drawings, and photos of loved ones to fridges all over the USA.
I told my mom when I was going to buy this place 21 years ago that I was buying a magnet company, and I can still hear her say, "Oh, Bill." I mean, who can make a living selling magnets, right?
This place cranks out more than 4 million magnets and other knickknacks every year. But whether they're headed to Vegas, Amish country, or the Minnesota Transportation Museum, all Morse Magnets start off in the design department. Sarah Lego is in charge and says each product is unique and tailored to meet the client's wishes.
Over the about 10 years that you've been here, how many pieces do you think you've designed?
Thousands, tens of thousands. It's been a lot.
Once the design is finalized, it goes on to production. Multiple images printed on special paper are stacked with thick transparent sheets like these and melted together in this big machine.
It takes about 30 to 40 seconds per board, running at over 230 degrees Fahrenheit.
Peel off the protective film and you have a sheet of magnets. Miguel does this every day and says he takes great pride in his work.
Are there any of these places that you want to visit?
Yeah, we make a lot of products for Austin, Texas, and so that'd probably be a nice place to go visit.
Sweet.
Lastly, these sheets need to be cut into individual magnets with a laser.
Did you ever think you'd get to play with lasers every day?
No, actually, when I first, saw the job opportunity, I thought it would be so cool to go in there and play with them.
Once the shapes are cut out, technicians buff them to a high luster before being packed up and shipped out.
What's your favorite piece that you've worked on so far?
There was these baby ones that had a mustache on it. I thought it was funny. Right when I saw it, I laughed so hard.
Amazing. But for Morse Magnets, it's all in a day's work.
How much fun is this product?
The actual product itself, it's a magnet.
John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
To learn more about Morse Magnets, log on to our website. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Gard Swanson. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time right here on Seattle Refined.
Wheels coming to you from Walt Disney.